If you like what I do, consider joining my channel or donating to my coffee. Links in the description. 2025 has been one heck of a year for Metroidvanias. We've had long-awaited sequels, bold experiments, and even a few indie surprises. And today, I'm counting down the top 10 Metroidvanias released in the year of our Lord 2025. The games that defined, refined, and sometimes reimagined the genre we love. Of course, I didn't play every single Metroidvania that released this year, but I played a ton of them, and only the games I've played were considered for this list. And I know what you're thinking. Oh no, the Guru's not gonna do another sizzle reel set to some cringy, generic pop punk song showcasing all the MVs he's played that were released or re-released in 2025, is he? You bet your sweet keister I am. Roll that beautiful MV footage.
Kickstart the moment, hit the pavement running. Hearts like fireworks loaded and buzzing. City lights flicker like they're racing with us. Every red light turns green when we rush. Your smiles are daring, I'm already taking it. Gravity bends, but we're not breaking it. Wind in our hair like a riot on cue. Yeah, this whole street's waking up for you. Tonight we're louder than the world outside. We're burning through the dark like a neon tide. If the future's calling, I'm calling it back. We're on the edge, but we're never off track. Meet me down on Adrenaline Avenue, where the sparks fly fast and the nights cut through. Every heartbeat's kicking like a breakthrough. Running red hot just to keep up with you. Meet me down on Adrenaline Avenue, where a wildfire burning in full view. Yeah, we break the rules, just let it light through. Meet me on Adrenaline Avenue. Meet me down on Adrenaline Avenue, where a wildfire burning in full view. Yeah, we break the rules, just let it light through. Meet me on Adrenaline Avenue. On Adrenaline Avenue. Number 10.
Night Castle looks like it rolled straight out of a 90s anime starter pack. Generic title, retro pixel art, nothing flashy. And yet, it had me glued to my Steam Deck like a nun to her rosary. You're Enoch, a paladin with 30 days to solve a demonic mystery or watch the clock strike game over. Its combat, NES stiff, punishing, deliciously old school. Exploration is tense. Every shortcut feels like divine intervention, and that day-night cycle keeps you sweating harder than an OnlyFans model at midnight mass. It's rough, it's janky, but it's also one of the most rewarding retro throwbacks of the year. Skipping this one would be a sin.
Number 9.
Green Cap is back in Lone Fungus Melody of Spores, and this time, our little mushrooms gone full Belmont. Melody of Spores shifts the spotlight to combat with buttery smooth movement, whip cracking in 8 directions, and the glorious invention of Fung Fu, drop kicks that double as dodges, debuffs, and pure fungal style. Exploration's classic, but constantly rewarding, with optional biomes, secrets, and a map system that actually respects your time. The RPG progression adds crowns, relics, and companions that make every build feel personal, while accessibility options ensure anyone can join the fun without dulling the experience. Lone Fungus 2 may not innovate the genre, but it's proof that sometimes refining the fundamentals is all it takes to make a Metroidvania sing.
Number 8.
Dragon Loop is the kind of game that makes you feel like a genius. You're Shi, stuck in a 5-day time loop where every decision splinters reality. And some of these realities have you riding a flying surfboard into battle, which is objectively the coolest thing ever. Combat's simple and quick. Traversal is a playground of some of the wildest abilities I've seen in a Metroidvania, and exploration? It's basically a fourth-dimensional puzzle box that rewards brains over brawn as you try to navigate its world without resetting the current timeline. Sure, the translation was rough at launch, but the devs patched it up fast, and now this quirky little gem shines bright. Sometimes the best Metroidvanias don't just bend genre rules, they bend time itself.
Number 7.
At long last, the meme is dead. Silk Song is real, and it hit like a meteor strike that took out every digital storefront. Hornet's adventure in Farloom is massive, brutal, and unapologetically demanding. Combat? A knife fight in a hurricane. Spongy bosses, endless flying jerks, and runbacks that'll test your patience. But Hornet's busted tools and silky healing system give casual players a fighting chance. The real star, though, is the platforming. Peak Metroidvania traversal, secrets within secrets, and a degree of non-linearity that keeps discovery personal and exhilarating. Silk Song isn't perfect, but it's a landmark release. An event that reshaped the genre overnight, proving that, for some, the wait was worth it.
Number 6.
Mandragora is a Soulsvania dressed to kill. Amazing visuals, grim lore, and combat that cranks up the tension so you feel like you earn every inch of ground you cover. Boss fights are brutal, stylish, but sometimes recycled enough to feel like deja vu. Exploration's rewarding, packed with loot, secrets, and optional bosses. But fall damage and near insta-death pits will make you curse the witch tree and chuck your controller. Progression's deep with sprawling talent trees, and with the newly added New Game Plus, it feels like the grind can keep paying off. This world is gorgeous, the atmosphere thick, and the challenge crunchy enough to satisfy any soul's head.
Number 5.
Constance exemplifies that sometimes the most powerful weapon in a Metroidvania is style. This hand-drawn stunner turns every move into art. Combos capped with paint strokes that feel like lightning, dodges that melt you into paint, and a corruption mechanic that makes burnout part of the fight. Exploration's smooth, biomes open wide after the intro, and every secret feels like a personal discovery, even if the map looks like it was sketched on a napkin. The narrative hits harder than you'd expect it to, weaving themes of anxiety and burnout into a whimsical world that's as beautiful as it is relatable. Make no mistake, this one paints a lasting impression.
Number 4.
Guns of Fury is what happens when you mash Metal Slug Chaos with Metroidvania exploration, and it's glorious. You're Vincent Fury, running and gunning your way through a flammable world with an arsenal that's frankly absurd. Pistols, heavy guns, flamethrowers, ice throwers, bombs, and mechs that turn you into a walking war crime. Exploration's packed with secrets, making this one of the toughest MVs to 100%. At launch, the map was a mess, and the limited fast travel made backtracking a Sisyphean effort with respawning armies slowing you down. But post-launch enhancements have made these complaints a thing of the past. Now, I can focus on what's really important. Explosions with a whole lot of carnage.
Number 3.
Ender Magnolia is the sequel that takes everything Ender Lilies did right and blossoms it into something bigger, sharper, and more ambitious. Combat's still that dangerous ballet of dodges and punishes, with homunculi replacing spirits as Lilac's protectors. And homunculi play a much bigger role this go-round, guiding Lilac and offering advice along the way. Exploration's much bigger too. The map finally looks like it belongs in a modern Metroidvania, and the biomes brim with creativity and secrets. And the atmosphere? Millie's soundtrack once again melts your soul. Ender Magnolia is another tough as nails MV where enemies hit like trucks, but if you stick with it, you'll find one of the most beautiful and rewarding experiences in the MV scene.
Number 2.
Tozio and Night is gothic grit at its finest. An old school whip crack with modern alchemic spice. Xandria's journey is punishing, even on easy mode, with bosses that demand patience, potions, and maybe a pastry or two if you want to survive. Combat's stiff but strategic, built around elemental alloys, blood-powered finishers, and that sweet dopamine hit when you finally land the perfect strike. But exploration's the real star. Locked doors, cryptic puzzles, and breadcrumb trails that keep you stuck, unstuck, and hooked for hours. It's rough around the edges, but the love for the Metroidvania genre bleeds through every pixel. Tozio and Night is proof that sometimes pain, persistence, and alchemy make the perfect brew.
Number 1.
It's hopeless. The beast cannot be killed.
Apprentice Matteo Lombardo, come forward.
Chronicles of the Wolf is Castlevania Reborn. It's Megami Games channeling every ounce of gothic angst into a beast-hunting epic. Matteo fights with the stiffness of a Belmont, but without the whip, instead swapping the vampire killer for swords, axes, and even blunderbusses, all while ghostly allies buff his every move. Exploration starts linear in the vein of Simon's Quest or Order of Ecclesia, but then blossoms mid-game into a labyrinth of puzzles, riddles, and secrets that'll have any true Metroidvania fan frothing at the mouth as they scrutinize Mist Castle's every pixel like a 32-bit Sherlock Holmes. The atmosphere drips with nostalgia. That Castlevania fangame feel, Robert Belgrade's narration, and Jeffrey Montoya's music exude pedigree. The game's not flawless, but the sheer ambition and rewarding design make it unforgettable. And that's why Chronicles of the Wolf is the #1 Metroidvania released in 2025. And that's the list, boys. 10 Metroidvanias that made 2025 one heck of a year for the genre. Got a favorite from the list, or one you think I criminally overlooked? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And hey, if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps more than you know. Until next time, later, nerds.